they're going to go just even more frontline, something like a Tide Hunter, Night Stalker instead. I like it. You know, this is one of the other things that I was mentioning about the vision that you're going to be able to grant by the beast. Regardless, well, Matthew, actually, maybe it just enables a little bit more kill potential like this. Drow wants that stun setup to be able to go for those early kills. Mirror.
Oh, he might be in trouble though. Yutoro, they still get first blood, but Sacred just finds a level 2 at the same time. So with the use of the Malefice, he will be able to catch up. Unfortunately, Sacred just a little bit too late to find the bonus gold from first blood, but at least they do kill off Yutoro.
I guess we see just why, right?
Incredibly strong.
Yeah.
So you buff up the Night Stalker a little bit. You still put the Marcy in a lane where there's going to be offering some kill threat. So I kind of like the setup that we're seeing out of Spirit. And this is scary because, again, we said, like, this is a team, if they get off to a good start as top lane. Another kill picked up for Thunder. We were saying that if Spirit get off to a good start, then this is a lineup that can get a lot of map control early.
Yes, indeed. So the fact that Thunder are getting a decent time out.
Potentially going to come down to just who maybe gets a little bit more denies in this lane to find that level 6 first. Top lane, we've got some trading going back and forth. Yutoro, a very early point up in the Gus. Going to be able to protect him for the moment, so they'll turn it back onto Matthew. The slows are starting to stack up, and the Nyx Assassin forces run into the tree line. There'll be no escaping down to the south. Lands a nice stun, but the arrow already came out beforehand. So another kill for Spirit. What would have been a lot of damage onto the tower is completely nullified thanks to just that slight play from Pandamu.
Dark Margo is going to go back to the mid lane, deal with the siege creep, or if they feel like they're in a position to want to get a kill onto Yatoro up top here. It's all the way back in base. Still in 2 mines.
Oh, it's at the ready.
Yeah. They've actually gone bottom instead.
Alright, onto Collapse. A lot of damage coming out early on with the Night Stalker. Plenty of mana as well for Dark Margo to continue the chase throughout the lane. And Maposhka just has to stand off to the side and watch as his core dies. And now he too, we put 6 feet under as Thunder makes some great movements. They get 2 down bottom and they...
On to another point. No, never mind, he's not. But I feel like they might be able to TP people down and hold a lot of TPs on Thunder to make sure that you can look to protect.
Top lane. It's a dive under the tower. Long zip in from Dark Margo, but the rotations are going to be too quick. Look at the response. And Toronto Tokyo lines up the Rolling Thunder. Can bounce back off the wall as well. They can keep Yutaro alive. This is going to be huge for Team Spirit as he's just almost able to limp away. They'll finally get the finishing blow, but it is such a grave cost for Thunder as multiple casualties come out from Radiant. Too deep of a dive. Oh no. I mean, that is a big ultimate where you can potentially get a kill and slow down the Night Stalker. All of a sudden, this lane, very vulnerable for them.
Poor Toronto Tokyo just tried to roll a couple of times. Gets caught with the black hole. Yeah, and multiple Eidolons hitting into him as well. Nicely done by Sacred. Having a fantastic game so far. Even getting the double 1v2 turnaround.
Bottom as well. Collapse gets another kill as well. Dark Ascension used. So it looks like they will be able to secure this tower. Very nicely done. Some kills across the map. 10-7, 11 minutes in a back.
And I wonder if he's going to do it this time around. Just for the old hypothermia, bit of regen reduction against, you know, the Bane, even the Faceless Void to a lesser extent. Helps pop the Eidolons a little bit too.
Long zip in. They want the Drow range on. They're going to be able to find Matthew with the wraparound ankle. Beautiful positioning coming through.
5 and 4. They can't just afford to give him up for free, but they're going to make the solo jump here.
Tora, everyone's left the neighborhood. Dark Margo should be able to get the kill and then get out with his own life. Gonna have some bottle sips to play with to get the mana back. Mirror's gonna be able to drag him closer to the Rolling Thunder as they will catch up. Great movement over from Team Spirit. They do separate away, so at least there was an opening to be able to continue to slow down. Up to his shenanigans like usual. And it's just being nuisance. There's also another long zip in the lane as well. Once again, Dark Margo, where we saw prior of him trying to get the kill onto the Jar Ranger. Looks like also Mira's going to go down in the similar neighborhood as well. So a couple of killers being fed over to Thunder. Up at the top jungle now. They're onto Bakaz, get some distance away thanks to the Force Staff. Do they want to stick around though? Kronos are the ready, but Bakaz a little bit...
I mean, a lot of the time you see Night Stalkers look to emphasize the Void a little bit more strongly, as in the Void ability, not the Faceless Void. But this game, full-on Crippling Fear. He realizes his job this game on Collapse is just to take out these supports.
Top lane, they're baiting the Nyx Assassin. Oh, nice sidestep though from Yatori. He's gonna miss on the Chrono on everyone. So they will still lose Mirror nonetheless. And Spirit is starting to TP in. They actually want to take the team fight now, but Thunder, they've got all 5 members. Spirit, they've got to be cautious, and Dark Margo, he'll start the fight, zip under the tower onto Yatori, who's going to be able to get some distance thanks to the Hurricane Pike, but it will not matter as Thunder just lock onto their target, trying to continue the chase, but have they got the damage to secure the kill? As somehow Yatori is still alive for the moment, and now Team Spirit, they can turn it back around, but the heavy commitment out of Thunder, they need to address the Fiend's Grip, and that's where Mirror can come into play. But Sacred jumps over the tree line. The BKB Black Hole. Where's the damage coming out though? They don't have any follow-up at the moment. And somehow Team Spirit are continuing to stay alive long enough. They need to set themselves up for round 2. They're going to try and still continue to bring down the Enigma. The Sacred will finally go down. But do they have the damage and the resources to deal with a Storm Spirit afterwards? A silence into the jump in on Mirror. And somehow, some way, Team Spirit we'll be able to... that objective off the back of it could be huge as well, potentially giving the shard then.
They're pinging them all out. They're walking right past this avenue. Every single member of Spirit revealed under this unorthodox ward. They've got the gem though, so Maposhka might see it. Not quite. So Thunder know where you are and you have no idea.
They're coming. Matthew, they're going to run back under the ward. Matthew can get the jump, or Dark Margo instead with the follow-up. Double impale, it's beautiful. And Sacred's nearby as well for good measure. A black hole dropped on the dome, and now to the tier 2 tower they go. As Bakaz is in with the Chronosphere. Mirror's down and out of the count. As Thunder find 3, and that's all set up thanks to the Observer ward.
They eventually got rid of it on the retreat out, but...
From Spirit, their lanes are in a really good position. They know the ultimates were used as well.
Look at Matthew's positioning.
The only issue is Matthew's positioning. Again, this Nyx Assassin. Oh, no. And this... Oh,
Matthew!
Matthew, what was that? A 4-man stun and Thunder. They're going to capitalize on the initiation. That was beautiful. You couldn't have asked for much better. He blocked the smoke, gets the jump in onto 4 at a choke point, and now they can finish up the team fight as well as Collapse will not escape. A triple for Dark Margo.
If you're able to get the jump, I feel like Thunder Awaken, they're the style of team that want to go first.
Oh, they know where Pango is, and because a beautiful double chrono off to the right side. That's it. They've got to tap out. Thunder Awaken. What an incredible game 1. It just seems like there's no angle back in. Spirit will still try and hold this game, but Thunder have just looked so clean.
They have. You give people their comfort, and this is what they're going to be able to collapse. He's going to need to get back to the base. They're hitting onto tier 4s. He's got his level 16, but not sure if it's going to be enough. The Basher still not ready to be purchased up.
Poshka gets the tombstone down, but they'll instantly jump on top of him. Toronto, Tokyo with a follow-up as well, but the buildings are starting to fall. The zombies are doing a lot of damage towards the Enigma. They'll kill off Sacred, but is that the only person they're going to be able to kill as they put themselves too far forward of the net worth deficit? They will not be able to get themselves back inside the base. They're too squishy as Thunder just blow them up one by one, and the throne, it'll eventually blow up. Collapse, he'll make the attempt. You've got your Tori back up in a couple of seconds, but the respawn will take too long as Thunder. A very, very convincing game 1 victory from them.
Yeah, starting out the day 0-2, but Thunder Awaken, they've woken up, and they have done it in fantastic style. I mean, it was just an absolute bloodbath as well. 2 kills a minute across the board. It really felt like...
Play these heroes in multiple roles. That's the beautiful thing about Thunder's team.
Okay, so I think what they're wanting to do here is they just want to make sure that the Tide Hunter...
At least that, even though you think Spirit are going to win, you're in agreement that you feel like this lineup is going to have some difficulties at the early game?
Maybe. It depends how the lanes are set up as well, as they're actually looking to go onto the Poshka.
Yeah, great jump in with the Gush to be able to help out. A lot of damage. So they can start to influence maybe either top or bottom. This is where we might get some more kills in this game too.
Dark Margo, a couple of times now he's had a really good laning stage and used that to lead into even more. Pandamu just able to get away on about 10 HP. He's going to walk all the way back to base, but well worthy.
See if Mira and Matthew down bottom, both supports are going to consider about rotating. Instead, they're going to get aggressive onto Bakaz. Pandamu's even got to look to try and TP down as well. So with the extra assistance coming up from the Crystal Maiden, they're going to try and veer their attention over towards Collapse on the Enigma. And they should be able to secure the kill. Beautifully done from Thunder. Now they can decide if they want to go for the Mirror next as well. But Team Spirit, they themselves have brought enough rotation to turn the team fight back around as Toronto Tokyo will be able to target down the Conquer, getting rid of the position 1 on Thunder. And now he's going to be able to do a hard U-turn to catch up to...
3 on the Eidolons, so they end up doing a fair amount of damage as Pikazi's going to get baited in to try and go onto them.
Oh, they lost the Eidolons though. That's pretty much all the damage from Spirit in our Sacred. He's going to look to TP in and have some impact down bottom. The Ravage clipping onto 2. They've been able to target down the Enigma. Toronto Tokyo is going to drive into the middle as well. They want to try and get rid of the Conquer, but the damage, it's not enough. And now with Dark Margot's influence as well, with the lasso dragging back Toronto Tokyo. A double kill for the rotation thanks to Sacred. And now they can also start to move over to deal with Miposhka. He's going to try and find a little hidey hole in the tree line, but there will be no place he can duck himself deep in far enough as Thunder find 3. Got Boots of Travel top of the net worth, and I think he's just going to tear them apart with this next item. As we're already seeing here, it just fly over to the backline. Toronto Tokyo, an awkward usage out of the ultimate as Dark Margot gets a free kill. Toronto Tokyo should have the finishing blow, but the one shot just keep Matthew alive, and now they're in, dragging him back as the river turns to red as Thunder get another double kill.
Sacred still farming on the bottom side.
Gets out. Oh no. Even Matthew might escape as well.
Lasso's ready.
Spirit, you got to be cautious how long you stick around. Have they got the bonus movement speed? Miposhka. What a beautiful Macropie. Thunder's still got to run straight through it. As Matthew gets the drag back, they're going to try and TP out, but Miposhka won't be successful as Pandamu stops him short thanks to the Frostbite, and they can catch up to the Chikiro as well. A 2-for-1 exchange, and again favoring Thunder.
That vision, man, it's just way too good. They had the Observer
World Mirror. Space creators, they like to say. Unfortunate that it's gonna kind of cut him a little bit short of this Blink Dagger. Across the map, Bakaza's also run into Miposhka as well, attempting to try and D-ward, and what will come at a cost of his own life here from the Jakiro. So 2 support kills, but again, the cores are getting farmed. Toronto Tokyo working towards the BKB. You got Yutoro as well. It's gonna have enough gold for 2 components to the BKB.
You've got the tier 1 tower, the ancient camp is...
Now, do you feel like Thunder, because I don't think they have the greatest Roche lineup, but I think they really want to force engagements as Yutoro's in trouble here. Miposhka. The Ice Path is at least going to force Dark Margot to go down to the south. He will be able to catch up the lasso. Yutoro has the battle trance to play with if he can get it off, but the rest of the team are a little bit too late. The Ravages are ready, but they haven't found an opening just yet from Sacred, but the Rolling Thunder cutting the team fight into half. And they've been able to keep Yutoro alive long enough for the reinforcements to show up to turn it around. His collapse drops the black hole, and now Yutoro can start to stack up the fervor as Team Spirit lose 0 members. What an incredible fight from them.
They just had to go a little bit too deep to make that happen.
With Spirit with that ultimate, but some of them are now on cooldown. So Thunder gonna look to make another attempt onto Yutoro. We saw what happened prior. They're gonna Boots of Travel into the middle. Yutoro's taking a lot of damage, but Mirror with the blink reveal tries to bring down Dark Margot. They don't have the damage at the moment, so he's gonna continue to fly on forward, chasing down Yutoro underneath the T2 tower, but the finishing blow will come out thanks to Matthew. They've been able to find 3 as the third one goes down in the tree line as Thunder finally able to take a successful skirmish.
At least they're able to get that trade out, right? I think their generally equation is, 21 kills to 9, 6k net worth lead to Thunder Awaken. You need to commit the Battle Trance, you need to commit the Rolling Thunder, you need to commit the Black Hole, and those are pretty long cooldown
Sacred. It's a little bit split from the team. Yutoro's just gonna drop everything early on to try and secure the kill, but the lasso, is it enough to keep Sacred alive so we can get the Ravage up in the team fight? Spirit, do they still want to stick around knowing the Ravage was already used? They've been able to blow up 2 members off to the right side. Yutoro's going to be able to TP out, but back by the outpost, they've got the Rolling Thunder trying to catch up to the Batrider. They've been able to secure a triple kill and a collapse. He held 2 members back thanks to the Black Hole that bought enough time for Spirit to be able to deal with the other components. Now Mirror can follow up up and jump to the low ground, tossing them onto Bakaz. The Conquer's not an easy member to be able to bring down, especially with the buyback coming out from the Crystal Maiden as well, because playing with the Heart regen, it's going to be a long chase from Spirit, but maybe with the assistance from Yatori, that's where the damage can come into play. They're cutting him to perfection, just off to the right side, and now they can go back in. They'll deal with the Crystal Maiden, forcing out a dieback, and now they'll finally get the finishing blow. So a pretty difficult person to bring down. Well, they need the troll. Maybe with the Yatori nearby, they might give it a crack. Here with the toss back. The chain control needs to be perfect to make sure there's not an opportunity for the Ravage. And look at Team Spirit's positioning. They're not going to group up at all and enable Sacred with the big ultimate. The Spirit bring down the Tide Hunter, and now with that kill, they might consider poking the tier 2 tower mid.
Indeed, we have Yatori still with about a minute and a half left on. We saw it last game. You don't want to be on the low ground. Mirror.
Smoke's gonna pop. They're all grouped up. Mirror gets a jump with the follow-up. Toronto Tokyo. He's in, crashing them left, right, and center. But Yatoru, he's hesitant to be able to fall up as well. They've got control with the Ravage coming out, clipping onto 3, but collapse in with the black hole. What an ultimate as they don't have a response. The damage is racking up too fast. As Thunder, some buybacks coming out for them, but can they be able to revive the team fight? Because he's been able to veer his attention over towards the Enigma, but they do not have an answer. Yatoru just freely right-clicking throughout the team fights, and Toronto Tokyo as well, looking for the Rampage, looking for the final kill to give him the 5-man. He won't be able to find it. Onto Bakaz, the finishing blow, and they'll give it to him. Rampage for the Pangolier, and now they can go for Sacred as well. The Tide Hunter just brought back prior, and he'll be sent to the grave for another time. Nothing will stop them. No tier 3 tower will hold them back as Toronto Tokyo gets a double Rampage. Toronto Tokyo looking for the Rolling Thunder onto Dark Margot. Trying to push out the lanes when a BKB is a win for themselves. Goddamn bashes though. Toronto Tokyo, he's not letting him leave.
Oh, he Lincolned.
Oh, another rest of the team. They've connected. Mira's going to cut off the reinforcement. They'll get around potential. Again, they need to make sure they're not grouped up. They won't get anything out of the Rolling Thunder, but Mira, these two wants to get the initiation. Toss back, Yatoru's health is just skyrocketing because he's just losing all his hit points. A Ravage will come through,
maybe yes.
Another black hole from Collapse. 2 times in a row. His ultimates have been on point. And Spirit can now look to go for the finishing blow. 3 down, 2 without a buyback, and they might have this one in the books.
They're going to wait for them to go on to tier 4s, I think, and you just finish up the refresher on Batrider. Can he look to drag someone back into the base? It can't be Yatoro. He's still got the Aegis for another 2 minutes. Might even look to, in the inventories, just see, has he picked up anything? So they're going to go for the single pullback.
They need to give him the bonus movement speed. Oh, no, they didn't.
They didn't rebound him?
No, didn't rebound him. So there's the first lasso. Alright, they got the first life. Dark Marco's going to jump behind him.
Mirror's been pretty important too.
That he has indeed with the initiation, so Dark Marco's going to look to try and take the Tiny out of the equation. Meanwhile, Toronto Tokyo inside the base, causing chaos, but still with the Batrider outside, surrounded by 3. And this will be it. There's no response from Thunder. Nothing they can do without the members of Team Spirit. They went to the storm early on, and then have been able to come back with the lineup they have. Some incredible team fight execution from them is going to be able to secure a Game 2 victory.
This is the downside of picking this position 1 conquer, right? It's great for the lane, but you got to have some kind of contingency plan.
Right.